fashion lovers, welcome to another video. In today's video, we'll be learning how to make a stylish Revere collar shirt with piping. And if this is what you're interested in learning, kindly stay tuned and watch to the end. And if today is your first time coming across my video, you're welcome. Thanks for coming and stopping by. Don't forget to like, to subscribe to my channel for more videos and interesting videos on my channel already. You can go watch them. In my channel here, we share tutorials and all things fashion for women and for kids. And if this is what you'll be interested in, then don't forget to join us here. And to my channel subscriber, thanks for your support and love always. I love you. Thank you. And let's go straight into today's video. Material needed are the bias, then your button, then shambala cord, also your fabric as well. I think I used 1.5 yards of fabric for 2 yards. All right, the first thing is to draft the back. And to draft the back, I've already created 1 inch starting line just for the shoulder line. Then from there, I take my shirt length, which is 26 thereabouts, then another 1 inch below it, as you see it here. And the next thing is to mark our waist line, which is 16 for me, and I've ruled it across. You can do that on your own. Then I went ahead to label them, the top part, the half length, and the shirt length or hip line. All right, after doing that, the next thing is to take our shoulder measurements. So your shoulder divided by 2, mine is 8, and then I'll come down by 1 inch. That's for the shoulder slope. Then for the neck width, I'll be taking 3 inches for the neck width, 1 inch for the neck depth for the back. So I'll connect them together. All right, after we've done that, the next thing is to come down from that shoulder slope 1 inch, place your tape there and mark your armhole depth. So mine is 8.25 thereabout, right? So I will rule it across, then label it bust line. All right, the next thing is to take our shoulder measurement again on the bust line, then align it with the shoulder line. So after connecting it, we can now create a shoulder slope to the 1 inch we came down by initially. And after we've done that, the next thing is to take our armhole curve, and to do that, we measure what we have on our armhole length, look for the midpoint, go inward by nothing, then connect the crease. Sorry about that. So the next thing is to come to the bust line again, take your bust divided by 4, mine is 10, then mark it. So whatever you have, you mark it, then you create a curve. So you are not going inward by anything for the back armhole. All right. Okay, the next thing is to add our allowance. So I'll be adding 1.5 inches to it. That will be for ease. And then what I have there, I'll measure it together, then bring it to the waistline. After doing that, the next thing is to go inward by 1.5, then mark it, then connect it from the bust line to the waistline. Another thing is to check your waist, your normal waist divided by 4, measure it and add 1.5. Can you see that it's still going to be enough? So on the hip line as well, you measure your hip divided by 4 plus 1.5 inches allowance is. Okay, another thing is I want to prevent this sharpness around the waist, so I'll measure my waist divided by 4 again, then add 1.5, and I noticed that it's still kind of not aligning with the bust part. So the part where I have added 1.5 to the bust, I will connect it straight down to my waistline. Then after connecting it, I will now go inward by 0.5. Then from that 0.5, I will connect it to the curve of my bust line and the hip line as well. Just watch closely what I'm doing. It's not difficult. It's just me trying to prevent the sharpness at the waist. If you don't want that, just take your waist measurement and add 1.5 to your measurement. Your waist divided by 4, bust divided by 4, hip divided by 4, then add 1.5 to them all. All right, the next thing is to add allowance to our armhole area, the shoulder line and the neckline as well. Then cut the side. When I'm cutting on my fabric, I'm going to add allowance by the side. Then don't forget that the hemline, I left 1 inch allowance there, so that will represent for the hem allowance. Okay, now our back is ready, and the next thing is to place it on the front part. So I've gone ahead to label the major lines, the shoulder line, the waistline, and the hemline. So I'll bring my back and place it on it. Don't forget that I've added allowance to the shoulder line, which is making it longer than that of the front line. Then I left 1.5 at the center of the front. Can you see that? And I've created a line around that side as well. So I will align the waist together, the back waist together to the on the front piece, staple them together, make sure it's aligned. Okay, after aligning them together using pin to hold it in place, then cut it by the side. Then the bust line, I will raise it up to reel it out, so that because we use the front, you will use the bust to cut the shape at the front. Alright, so right now we have our bust line and half length or waistline and the hemline for the front piece. So we can now put the back aside. The next thing is to take our neck measurement. For the neck width is also 3 inches, same as the back piece, and the neck depth is 4 inches, 4.5 for the front. Okay, so don't forget that we left 1.5 inches for the button placket, and then I will extend the bust line to the other side of it, as you see it here. So for the shoulder, I will go in by my shoulder divided by 2, come downward by 1 inch for shoulder slope, just like we did for the front. Then that my bust line, I will connect the shoulder measurement as well, then align it together. And to create our armor curve, don't forget we divide the line we have there by 2. Then whatever we have there, the midpoint, we go in by 0.5, then connect the armor curve together to the bust measurement. So you measure your bust divided by 4, add the 1.5 we added for the back piece as well, then create your armor curve. And creating that, we connect it to the bust divided by 4 directly, not the curve to the 1.5 we added. Okay, so let's create our shoulder slant. I'll connect it to the 3 inches from the width, then create the armor curve from there. Alright, the next thing is to come to our hip line. So we measure 1 inch. Don't forget we left 1.5, but we mark 1 inch there. Then on the bust line as well, I will also mark 1 inch as well. Okay, then we have to connect the lines together, like bust line to the straight down to the EM line or hip line. So I will mark it on waistline as well, so that they can align properly. Alright, so this is where the major work is on the front piece. And I want to remind you that we left 3 inches width and 4.5 inches depth for the neckline. So next thing now is to create the curve around the neck. Alright, after creating the neckline, the next thing is to extend the line outward, as you see it here. And after doing that, the bust line, we are going to connect a slant line to the line we extended outward. Okay, so just watch closely what I'm doing. The next thing now is to add allowance all around. So I'll be adding allowance 0.5 to the neck, to the shoulder, and to the armhole, like we did at the front. So it's when we are cutting of fabric, we will add allowance to the center front. Okay, all right, now our front piece is ready, and the next thing now is to remove 1 inch from the shoulder line and add it to that of the back. Okay, so just measure with the way you have added allowance. Don't worry, just measure 1 inch on the shoulder. I'll connect the lines together, then I'll cut it out and gum into that of the back shoulder line. Alright, now we've cut out the front piece, and this is what it looks like. And the next thing is to create the curve, the stylish curve around the collar area or neckline. So I'll bring this part of my ruler and make sure it's creating that curveness that I wanted. Then I will rule it. I will use my pen to trace it out, then cut it out. Alright, okay, so this is what it looks like. So I'm showing you here, and I'll use scissors to cut it out, and this is what it looks like after cutting it out. The next thing is to bring our front and back shoulder line. Don't forget that we are removing 1 inch. I've not cut it out yet, so I will use my cello tape or paper tape, anyone you have. Just use it to gum it together, align them together, cut the front 1 inch that we measure, cut it out first, then add it to the shoulder line of the back, as you see me doing it here. Another thing I will say is make sure the neckline are aligning when you are adding the 1 inch. Can you see what happened here? I'm trying to be sure that the neckline of the front and that of the back is aligning and matching. Okay, so do that before gumming it together. Okay, so this is what I have after I've gummed it. Can you see by the time we put the front there, it will come back, the 1 inch we remove will come back to the front. Okay, so we can now cut on our fabric, but this video won't be including that. I'm sorry about that. I just don't want this video unnecessarily long, so don't worry, I will be dropping the sewing video, so just stay tuned, watch it on my channel. I promise you it's already there, just watch it on my channel separately. So thanks for watching to this moment. I really appreciate, I love it. And don't forget to like, to subscribe, and drop your question or comment in the comment section, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.